Hello everybody! Today I want to talk about if I am getting bored as a minimalist. Since I decluttered so many things, so many activities, since I make my routines work faster and less complicated, am I getting bored? I've got these questions now a few times, and before that I didn't really think about it. But now I give it some thought and I will share the results with you today. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I upload videos twice a week about minimalism and sustainable living. So if you're interested in these topics, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started. To give a really short answer, no, I'm not actually bored. And if I'm bored, is that a bad thing? I have different things in my life that I do that keep me from being bored. Not that I do them in order to not be bored, but just I have to do these things, and that's the reason why I'm not bored. I am a mom, and being a parent takes up a huge chunk of your time every day. My son is in school now, so of course he's not around 24/7, but still there's a lot of time I spend with him. There's a lot of things I work for him, like washing his laundry, cleaning his things, cooking more, buying more groceries, things that come with having an additional family member that doesn't care for its stuff alone. And then I'm also a full-time student, which is kind of a full-time job itself. And of course, it's normal to have a full-time job and you still have time before and after. The problem maybe with being a student is that there's no real free time. So whenever I'm not doing anything, there would be something I could be doing for university. And that itself kind of takes away the boredom feeling. And also, I have this YouTube channel, for example. This YouTube channel alone is more than 10 hours of work every week. So that kind of keeps me from being bored as well. I also have other hobbies, and maybe because I'm a minimalist, I am able to pursue some things that otherwise would just not be possible because I am running around all day trying to do everything I need to be doing. Now, I do not want to complain at all because I think I have enough time. I mean, all of us have 24 hours a day, but still I feel like there is some free time I can spend however I want to. I have a window of like 2 hours each evening where I can just relax or watch something that I enjoy, get inspired, work on my YouTube channel. There is time where I can just like do what I want. And also I take time to go on walks, for example. I think I have enough time, but it has never really happened that I thought that I had too much time, that I'm bored. So in a scenario where everything is done that I need to be doing, I mean, that would be the moment I get bored, right? But I have so many hobbies and so many projects I'd like to do that I want to do these then. And if there's no hobby that I'm like excited about doing at that moment, I like to do nothing as well. And that doesn't really bore me. I mean, I think it's super inspiring to do nothing sometimes, or to spend time in nature, or to start planning and daydreaming about things that I would want to do one day. And like that, it almost seems like I missed the point of minimalism, because it's not that I have figured out a way to open up that much time in my day. There's still these 24 hours, and usually I still do something each hour of the day. I mean, sleeping for 8 hours if possible, and the other things. So I do not get bored because I do not have enough time to get bored. And if I have enough time, I know plenty of things that I want to do with that time. Maybe that means that I'm not a real minimalist. Maybe that means I should open up even more time to like do nothing, to have nothing, to do whatever I want, or to actually be bored and feel that minimalism feeling of I decluttered everything, I decluttered every activity, I decluttered all the friends out of my life. But that's not really what I want to do. And I think most minimalists do not really want to declutter everything that brings them joy. So I have enough things in my life that bring me joy that I could fill my day with only these things. And then of course on top are all the things that I just need to be doing, like chores in the household and studying and things like that. So no, I don't really get bored. Even though I do not get bored at all, even if I'm not doing anything, if I'm doing nothing, I'm still not bored. But I think we have to talk about boredom a little more in general, because I think boredom itself is maybe not that bad. A few hundred years ago, there was nothing like a smartphone or a computer or a TV or anything to really entertain us. Maybe books. but that's it. And of course, maybe back then people had to do more. People had to work more hours a day, and it was just harder to maintain a life and a household. But still, I think boredom is something very natural. And maybe we even aren't bored enough nowadays. So I think boredom is something that can be so inspiring because it gives our brains and just ourselves a moment where we can just let our thoughts run, just see what comes to our mind, see what happens if there's nothing that we need to be doing, because we're forcing ourselves to do something each minute of the day. Sometimes trying to fall asleep is a really hard thing because our minds are just racing and thinking all these thoughts that we haven't had time to think during the day. So I think allowing boredom and allowing yourself to do nothing maybe could be beneficial, because that would be a way to figure out what you have been thinking but couldn't really appreciate, what problems there are that you have been trying to avoid, what dreams you have that you just thought, oh no, I'm too busy, I can't really focus on that right now. So I think boredom is something that we could maybe invite into our lives a bit more if it's possible, if we can free up that space to actually get bored and not occupy ourselves with our smartphones, social media, and watching this YouTube video. Maybe then it could actually help our lives. It could actually help us define the things that we want to achieve in our life, define our values that are important for our life. I wanted to ask you, tell me in the comments, do you think boredom is something you should avoid or something that is maybe good? And also, are you bored sometimes? And does minimalism have something to do with it if you are a minimalist? These are things that would be really interesting to know for me, because I thought it is a very interesting question to be asked if minimalism makes me being bored. I think it has actually more kind of like focused what is important to me. And since there are so many things that are important to me or that are important in general, there's not necessarily boredom, because there's just so much I could do, so much I want to do, so much I want to change in this world. And just like that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos, I'll link you a video and a playlist right here. And I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!